You know, every now and then a transfer rumour surfaces that just makes you nod. Not in excitement, not in surprise, but in a kind of knowing satisfaction. It's the feeling you get when you see a master craftsman find the exact piece of wood they've been searching for. That's the feeling I get with Arsenal and Cristhian Mosquera. Let's be clear, we're not talking about a panic buy or a stopgap. We are talking about the deliberate acquisition of a profile, an archetype. The modern centre-back, sculpted and refined, and it seems Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta have found their next specimen in Valencia. First, you have to understand his schooling. Mosquera isn't just a physical talent who happens to be Spanish. He is a product of the Escuela Española. Raised in the crucible of the Valencia Academy, Paterna, and fast-tracked through the Spanish youth national teams. That means from the age he could kick a ball properly, the principles of positional play, of building from the back, of tactical intelligence have been drilled into him. He doesn't just see the man, he sees the space, the passing lane, the trigger for the press. It's his native tongue, and don't let his age fool you for a second. We throw the word experienced around, but what does it mean? For Mosquera, it means being the standout defender, the rock in a Valencia side that has been under immense pressure. He's not been insulated by a world-class team. He's been thrown into the fire and has come out forged. He's played a full season, week in, week out, as a teenager in La Liga. That builds a resilience that you just can't teach on the training ground. Then there's the physical profile. This is where it gets really exciting. When I watch his tapes, I don't just see one player. I see echoes of the league's most dominant defenders. You see that aggressive front foot defending, the desire to step out and extinguish a threat before it begins. That's a bit of Antonio Rudiger. You see that terrifying, almost unbelievable recovery pace, the ability to cover vast green spaces when an attacker thinks they're through. That's pure Ronald Araujo. And the sheer physical dominance in a duel, the upper body strength to hold off a forward while remaining composed. That's a young Ibrahima Konate. He's a hybrid of the very best defensive traits in modern football. But here's the kicker, the part that makes him an Arteta player. It's not just the brute force, it's the acceleration combined with a cultured on-the-ball ability. Think about Arsenal's high line. The prerequisite for a defender in that system is the ability to track back from the halfway line. Mosquera has that in spades. But what happens when he wins the ball back? He doesn't panic, he doesn't just hoof it, he has the composure to take a touch, assess his options and break the first line of the counter-press with a pass or a carry. He is immensely press-resistant. For a team that wants to sustain attacks and suffocate opponents, that quality is non-negotiable. His versatility is the cherry on top. He's primarily a right-sided centre-back, a perfect foil and competitor for William Saliba. But he's more than capable of slotting in on the left, providing cover for Gabriel. And in a pinch with his pace and 1v1 defensive ability, could you deploy him at right back to lock down a tricky winger? Absolutely. He's a defensive multi-tool. Finally, you look at the human element, the assimilation. He walks into a club managed by a fellow Spaniard. The tactical concepts, born from the same footballing philosophy, will be second nature to him. And with players like Martin Zubimendi joining the ranks and Mikel Merino already being there, you're not just building a team, you're building a cohesive cultural unit. He'll gel instantly. And perhaps the most beautiful stat of all, the one that makes club physios weep with joy, a flawless injury record. In the brutal attritional war that is the Premier League, that isn't a bonus. It's a foundation you can build on. So, when you boil it all down, what are Arsenal getting? They are not simply adding another body to an already colossal defence. They are making a profoundly strategic move. They are acquiring a player who can challenge both Saliba and Gabriel right now, while possessing a ceiling that suggests he could become one of the world's best. He is the future-proofing of the Arsenal backline, the next step in their evolution from contenders to champions. This isn't just a good signing, this is the blueprint incarnate. Mark my words, in a few years, we'll look back at the acquisition of Cristhian Mosquera as the moment Arsenal secured their defensive dynasty for the next decade. He is the real deal. Yet, we remain humble.
The Premier League and Champions League await, and Mosquera is but one piece of the puzzle. Can he be an essential cog towards our glory? Share your thoughts below. Like, subscribe, and let's welcome this young star to the Arsenal family. Come on, you Gunners.